Hey, MacDowin here. Today we are taking a look at a Wave 2 Halo Spartan Collection action figure. It is Spartan Mk V, and we have seen this named figure before. But anyway, there's the stuff inside. We'll flip this guy around. You can take a peek here at the back. You've got his picture, you've got his name, you've got his item list or his accessory list, and the cross sale for Series 2. Without further ado, let's get this guy out of the box, take a look at him. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and please subscribe so you'll be notified of future videos. We've seen this Spartan before, we've got his accessories laid out. We're going to take a quick peek at those accessories, and then we'll get to the figure. He comes with a disruptor, and over here on the left side there is a hole, and that hole will attach to a peg on his back. He comes with this pretty sweet looking energy sword. It's got the silver handle here, and it's a bit of a translucent light color with some purple violet colors there. I really like that look. How I'm guessing it's supposed to simulate like the crackling of energy through here. It's really pretty neat. I like the look of this thing. He comes with a pair of fists. Come on, put up your dukes. He comes with what I would call a karate chop style hand where the fingers are all hooked together and he's got his thumb in this sort of an angle. He can't really hold any accessories with it, but it has a really cool posability look to it. He comes with an open fingered hand, kind of like the last hand. He can't hold anything with it, but the fingers are just kind of open so he can just kind of, have the hand out and open like he's reaching for something maybe. And he comes with a right pointing finger hand. The left pointing finger is already on there, so it's just the matched pair to that one. Pretty neat. Now, we've seen this action figure before. It was released in the Spartan Collection Wave 1. It was the white guy. And I had a fair share of my own problems with this action figure, so I'm hoping that this figure, even though he's repainted, has been tweaked and modified, or, well, just fixed up. Let's take a look at him. Mine had a lot of loose problems, as you can see right there. So, this guy seems pretty solid. His arms aren't going anywhere. He's wiggling. I can stand him up. I can do this, and I can still put him right there. And generally, he's going to stand. So right there, this figure is loads better than the Wave 1 action figure, and actually is probably, the re-released version of this is probably loads better than this one. This was a very early, like first day, first week grab for me. So that's really cool to find out. Mine didn't have a peg hole in the back. We'll flip this guy around. He's got a peg hole in the back. You can even pull that thing out and flip it around if you don't want that peg sticking out. I probably would say not to stick it in because you might not get it out with like maybe a knife or something. Maybe a little difficult to get that item out. Another problem with the white figure for me were these side pegs. The way they've got them, they've got these little compartments on each leg that can be pulled out and switched around. You pull it out, turn it around, and it's got a peg so that you can, well, attach these guns like that. Well, kind of like that. If I do that, the knee pad kind of gets in the way, but actually, it's not going on. Well, kind of went on. So I'm going to have to investigate. That peg actually might be too big for that. Let's try it here on the back. The pegs are too big for the hole. But you know what? That's an easy fix. You just get in there with something and twist it a little bit, make that hole a little bit bigger. So that's not something I'd be terribly concerned about. The left side, same thing. You can pull that out, flip it around, and a peg hole. And you know, these are, well, I was about to say, these are sticking in there a whole lot better than some did. And, you know, I'm still going to say that. I can tap on, okay, well, this one will just stay that way. But this is doing pretty good. If I have to hit it that much, it should just stay in there passively. So he's got the same articulation, if not better. His head rotates around and looks up. I really like the shiny mirror I just really like that on all these figures. Arms rotate all the way around. He's got double pin at the knee. He does have double pin here at the knee. Double pin at the elbow. He's got the bicep rotation, the butterfly joint that will go back and forth, the wrist that will rotate and hinge. And if you notice, I'm purposely being just a little bit rough on this figure because I didn't have to be rough on this one for parts to fall off. I'm already super impressed at this figure because of the roughness that I'm treating it with. And this bicep rotates, double pin at this knee. Golly, the elbow. The wrist rotates and hinges. And he's got a good torso movement there. The waist still doesn't rotate, but the torso does, so he still can't really turn very well sideways. But you know what? It just might be enough for what your posing needs are. He still can't really actually sit. That's about as far as he could go. The armor comes in contact with this waist piece, and so that's about as far back as he can go. You could rotate his thighs a little bit and get him to sit like this, like a Star Wars figure from the 80s, 70s, whenever. But it just depends on if you need him to be in that pose. If you don't need him to be in that pose, it doesn't really matter. Now, one thing I'm noticing is the knees, maybe it's the knees are really tight. These are really tight knees. Extremely tight. They will bend. I might need to soak them in water, but these are tight knees. And finally, the ankles rotate, they move around, and the toes move up and down. I feel quite comfortable putting this guy in some pose, and he'll stay. I don't think he's going to fall over like my white guy did. If I go and put him in some pose, he'll probably work just fine for this video. But if I do some random pose, yep, see, he's working now. But I think they've done a whole lot better. The only difference is the color. He's green and gray and black, whereas this guy is white and gray and black. He's got the same hands. He's got different accessories this time. He comes with the energy sword and the disruptor. The other one came, if I remember right, with like a rifle, maybe, and a handgun, needler. Can't quite remember exactly what he came with. But I think this figure is leaps and bounds better. And if you were frustrated with this white figure, and I like the green, I actually like this green color quite a bit. There's a fair amount when you look here. You can see the metallic silver where it looks like the armor's been scraped or worn or it's been battle damaged. It looks really, really cool. I really like the colors. I really like the look. And I like that it didn't fall apart, and it's posable. I can do stuff with it. Arms didn't come off. One of the other problems was the left knee I can't keep on, so that was a problem. But the knees are staying on. The compartments on the legs are usable, and the peg on the back is usable. This is what we were wanting for the first release of Wave 1, and that I believe I haven't gotten any of the second release of Wave 1, but I've heard a lot better things. So this is a great figure. I'll just say that. You know, we're into the age now of awesome Jazwares, wicked cool toys, Halo action figures. And I'm bold, I'm saying that now before I look at any of the other figures. And so I really hope that's true, because this guy is great. And I could just keep going on and on. I'm not going to. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful or informative, drop a like. And anyway, what do you think? Do you have this figure? Have you found this figure? Do you think he's any better? What do you think of the colors? Just throw your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Thank you again for stopping by. We will see you in the next video.